Alright guys, next project, we gotta stop working on the barn because we need to get out of the heat of the summer and the humidity, and we're gonna work underground in our underground bunker. So while I'm working on one project, the barn, we're gonna start another project. So this is our own personal grocery store that we need to get lighting to, because it's very dark in here with just one light bulb. This is where all the magic happens, where we keep all of our groceries that we harvest and cure and save and can and put away. It's potato mania here. I never did fix this outlet. I built this shelf when we first moved 3 years ago, but I'm thinking we're gonna need some more shelves in here as we're living here. All this insulation that's up here in the ceiling, whenever we walk on it, it kind of just falls all on our food. So the first thing before we start building more shelves is we need lighting and we need to cover the ceiling. You know, we kind of just been making do. I put this shop light in, it's just plugged in from an outlet. We did have to add more outlets out here just for our freezers. So those are good, but we need some kind of vertical space to utilize that better. This was a bunk bed I had made that we converted into a table for our stuff here. And as you can see, we're starting to outgrow this shelf. First thing is we need to take out some of this food so it won't be in our way. Disclaimer, we are not electricians. There's some things we kind of had to figure out on this 60s home. You know, kind of how everything's ran. You know, what can we tie these lights off of? You know, this light's going away. Weird J boxes in random spots. Another criteria for this basement is it has to be simple, it has to be minimal, and don't go into debt over it. And no project is complete without the stop of our storage unit. We gotta pick up some drywall and some things to get this party started. Whoa. So we have these giant nails. There's some random nails on the bottom piece here. These may be in the way of the drywall.
Because first sheet of drywall ends right here, and the light should probably go right in here, back a little bit from that seam.
So we've got these pieces that they're not flush, sticking out some, so those need to be cut or somehow moved. And not all of them are like that. It's gonna get a little dark in here. We gotta cut off the electricity now. That's the next step, because this is going away and we need to connect to like a J box here or something.
Cut it off.
It's still on.
Wrong one.
There you go.
There we go.
What are you guys doing down here?
We're just hiding in the
We're
dark.
building your basement of your dreams.
All right. Well, I'm waiting.
Bend the screwdriver.
Didn't work? You bent it?
All right. So I think everything's up now. I think we're prepared, but we need to make a couple handy helpers to help us hold up this drywall, almost like a second and third person. We're just gonna bring 2 at a time, get 2 out and just stack them right
Yeah,
there?
we can put them all in now if we want.
A lot of preparation, a lot of prep work, a lot of figuring out of how we want to run this and where we want to put the lights. We had to switch out some J boxes. We installed a new outlet and we actually mounted it to the wall. Yeah, and I believe, well, we made these flush, more flush. So hopefully it's not sticking out. And then we already ran 1 wire. We're gonna meet up with the first light here and then continue it on and work as we go.
Today's we're gonna be. Kick the bottom.
All right guys, and it's lunchtime already. Hey Lorraine, what's for lunch?
We've got, my dad made a challah bread and this is what's left over. So we sliced it in half, layered some leftover chicken from last night, rolled it in the oven, and then we're making sandwiches.
All right, first one's up. Wasn't too bad, but we learned that on the next one, we should mark out where the stud's gonna be first, like on the wall, just put a pencil mark. So that way we know where to drill. So for the lights, we're gonna be putting in recessed lighting, much like how we did our kitchen. And this thing right here, this rubber bowl, it's flexible. This thing works really good. It helps prevent the dust, some of the drywall dust coming down on you. About right there.
There you go. On Jason's side.
Oh! Oh, sorry.
This side, Anna.
Okay.
Just raise it up.
Yeah, these things work pretty good.
Come in handy.
The handy helpers. This one right here?
The second one.
This one?
Yep. Nice.
Yeah. You know what's easier? It's easier if you put it in reverse and do it. The drywall's so soft. Because this thing is just going to grab you and take you. So it looks like we're gonna be putting in 6 recessed lights. It's gonna be like a runway in here. Can never be too bright, I don't think. So these are connected, and we're just kind of working as we go.
Might not get that close.
All right, guys, we're getting so close to completing this. We installed the last of the drywall. You know, these videos don't do projects justice because projects are hard. Projects are difficult to do. Definitely one of the least things I love doing is putting up drywall. But man, once it's done, it's so satisfying. We started popping in the recessed lighting. There's one there, one there. We're using the same lighting as we used for our kitchen, which I really like. These are pretty easy to install. They just pop in with these little springs. These are 6-inch lights, and they have different settings. We tend to gravitate towards the daylight, which we like. I try to stay away from the yellow. I mean, you probably can't notice in the videos, but when I'm editing a video and the color is very yellowy, like maybe in the kitchen or living room, I just don't like that look. Like having a white color or a daylight color, it just looks nicer. Electricity is still off, and it already comes with like some wire and some wire connectors, and basically I'm just plugging in black with black. You just push them in, white with white, ground, and then the light pushes in also. You just kind of plug it in. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay! Yay, look at that. You can adjust the light. See, that's the yellow light. I'm not crazy about that light. So I think we want it right there. You just pop it in. All right, guys, that's it. We're done for today. It's amazing what just lighting can do for an area, especially a basement. We don't no longer have that one light bulb right there. We turned that into a J box, and then we put 6 recessed lightings. These are 65 watts a piece, so it feels brighter in here. We were talking about maybe getting this shelf and pushing it back a little bit. Give us another maybe 2 or 3 feet. So that's another reason why I've been trying to redo our barn, so I can move some of my tools out of here, and then we could give Lorraine a bigger pantry grocery store area. Going from insulation to this, you know, now the insulation is not going to fall on our food area. Yeah, thanks to my mother-in-law and father-in-law. Thank you guys for helping out this week. And also just trying to figure it out, how to connect things, and also what that's going to look like. And hanging up drywall is definitely not a one-man job. Now, I don't think I'm going to be mudding the seams on this drywall. Maybe one of these days when I get really bored, I might do it.